Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. It's me, Amy of Life of Ames. I know it's been a while since I posted, but I was on vacation and I got back from vacation a few days ago and just getting back into the daily routine. So I finally had some free time to film. And another reason why I haven't filmed is because we're having a really big weather change. It went from being really hot and now it's and so it went from hot and humid to low 70s, fine, and then now it's gonna rain. And when you have fibro, those big weather changes, even if they're not that big, can really affect your body. Another thing was I went to the doctor a few days ago and I got my flu shot and it threw off everything in my body. My body just doesn't like to be poked. So I'm happy to be back. As you can see, I added some Halloween decorations. Now it's October, super fun. But today I'm gonna be talking about my health. My personal health, you guys already know about all that, but I want to give you guys some tips and tricks to feeling better. The number one thing that always makes me feel better is stretching. Even if it's just for 5 minutes of the day, stretching is amazing. You throw in some yoga poses in there, downward dog. Can't think of. It's just I've been struggling really bad with my health. My fibro fog has not been very friendly. I literally can't seem to remember anything. And I've just been struggling a lot with my doctors, kind of trying to get on the same page. We seem to have different opinions regarding my health. And I've gotten to the point where I'm extremely frustrated because they're almost telling me how I'm supposed to feel, and I'm telling them, no, this is how I feel, and they're looking at me like, you can't feel that way. And I'm like, hold up, pause, put the pause on that. I'm pretty sure I'm in my body, you're not in my body, so I've just been butting heads a little bit with my doctors regarding our different opinions. So I've just kind of trying to be taking it slow and all of that. But yeah, so stretching, yoga poses are the number one thing that helps me by far. But another thing is gonna be baths. So depending on your pain, maybe you need cold, but for me, heat works pretty well. It relaxes all my muscles and relaxes my whole body. It relaxes my mind and makes me feel better. And for those of you who don't want to spend a bunch of money on going to a spa, I found these little Epsom salt packs at the dollar store. So this one is Ocean Breeze. It smells really good, really refreshing. And then you can mix it with any type of bubble bath. I usually like to try to get scents that go together. So with this one, I really like coconut to go with it. That always smells really good. And it gives a good 4 or 5 baths, I would say. And again, the dollar store, so really good. Another one still at the dollar store. It's the same brand, the same one, but this is rose petals. So it smells dead like rose petals, spot on. So if you're not a huge fan of a floral scent, I would recommend going with the Ocean Breeze, or they have just plain Epsom salts and they smell kind of like lavender. So whatever is your path, I would really recommend them. Again, dollar store. Every dollar store I've gone to pretty much has them, so shouldn't be like a huge thing to find. And then for bubble bath, the dollar store has bubble baths, but I can usually get something at like Target. I was just at Ulta today and I grabbed some. They had buy two get one free, so I took advantage of that and I got some bubble baths to go along with my Epsom salts, and I kind of just soak in there, you know, even just if it's like 10 minutes. I've taken a bath that's been as short as 5 minutes just because my body was like, okay, I'm over this, take me out. And sometimes I can sit in there for like 30 minutes. So it kind of just depends on your body. So that's like another thing I highly recommend. Another thing is water. For me, I've never in my life had enough water. I have always been like dehydrated. And it's just never something that I truly cared about until I got older. So even now, like some days I know I don't drink enough water and I definitely feel it, but it's not worth getting a migraine and ruining my day pretty much. So I really try to stay on top of drinking enough waters. We always have water bottles from Costco, just like the regular water bottles. So if I'm doing that, I try to drink like 4 a day. That's definitely still not enough water, but it's better than no water at all. I do have a hydro flask and it's a 32 ounce. If I can, I try to drink 1 of those. Some days I can get away with drinking 2. It really just depends. Sometimes I just get so flustered throughout the day that water's like the last thing on my list of things to do. But it is really important. So just because I struggle with it doesn't mean that you have to. So drink water, stay hydrated. Another big thing, my grandma actually gave me this book. It's called Fibromyalgia and Chronic Pain. So it is a survival manual. You can pick this up. Probably I would have to say like on Amazon. I don't think they sell this like in stores. It's pretty old. Let me take a look at the authors. This kind of looks like Kris Jenner. But yeah, so it's, there's like a glossary in the back. And you can look up anything that you're feeling, and if it's talked about in the book, you can go and it will tell you the page. So it talks about like, let's see, for example, bladder problems, lower back pain, mid back pain, abdominal trigger points, acupuncture, CoQ10. So it also, if you're interested in like a vitamin, if you're supposed to be taking it, or if you're interested in what it's going to do for your health, it actually goes into detail. It also goes into early morning insomnia. I used to struggle really bad with my insomnia. Like I was up for like 3 days straight and it was just not fun. But it talks about that and fibromyalgia, face pain, joint pain, hamstring tightness, hair loss, pretty much anything that you go through that's not exactly the normal. I like to look this up when I have like a new fibro thing. Like when I was gone on vacation, the palms of my hand, it felt like they were burning. Like I had, you know when you touch like a hot pan and it just, like that after effect, it felt like that on my palms, on the tops and bottoms of my feet, along my arms. Just a fibro thing. Joe took my temperature and I was fine. So something like that I could look up in the back of the book and make sure that I'm actually doing okay. Another big thing, which is something that I've really struggled with, is my shoes. Okay, so when you're in pain, something that you can really do to prevent it is wearing the right footwear. Okay, I've been preached at my whole life about wearing the right footwear, but who wants to wear these ugly, big ol' orthopedic running shoes like on an everyday basis? Like, I like to wear Toms, Converse, Vans, Uggs. That's what I like to wear. That's it. So I've kind of tried to open my horizons, and I found some really good, comfortable shoes just at Target. They're the brand Champion, and they have a gel insole. So it's like memory foam, but you don't have to buy those ugly Skechers. No offense, Skechers, but you know, you still want to be like stylish when you're young. But not a lot of young people have foot problems. But I do. So get you some comfortable shoes. At the moment, that's really all I can think of. But it's really important to take care of your health. I didn't really take it seriously until, you know, I got diagnosed with fibromyalgia, and then I had my herniated disc and so on and so on. But it's really something to take care of. I mean, you don't mean to sound cliche, but you really only live one life. You only have one life. So try to be as healthy as possible. I'm not saying get an 8-pack and be 100 pounds. That's not the kind of health that I'm talking about. I'm talking about your mental health and your physical health, but more so you're comfortable and you can do a lot of preventative work, you know, as you get older. So that's all I have for you guys. I'm sorry that I feel like I was very monotone today, but I'm just like, my mind is everywhere else. And I mean, everybody out there who has fibromyalgia knows exactly what I'm talking about. I was reading that book, and there was like a quote in there regarding fibromyalgia and fibro fog. And so I can't remember who said it, and I don't even know what page it is on that book, because that book is like 400 pages. So I'm not about to go look through it right now. But it was like fibromyalgia and fibro fog. Some days you feel like you are this shell on the outside, but on the inside you're dust. There's nothing going on the inside. You're just like in so much pain, like you just don't know what to do, and like your anxiety and your depression is like at an all-time high, and you kind of are just like a turtle in a shell, but the shell is empty. It's full of dust. There's nobody there. There's nobody home. And I'm kind of having one of those days, but I promised you since day one that I started that I was forever going to be 100% honest with you, 100% raw, and I'm not going to change that now. So yeah, maybe I didn't feel like filming today. Yeah, maybe my depression and my anxiety is really high. Maybe I don't feel good. Whatever it is, you know, but this channel is to let everybody know, you know, what it's like on an everyday basis. And you guys, I'm not live on Instagram, you know, 24/7. But this is just kind of a sneak peek of what it is, you know. Some days you're up here and you're great and you're fabulous, you have no pain, and it's amazing. And sometimes you're down here and you're just in that shell full of dust. But it gets better, and there's always a tomorrow. There's always going to be another day. Maybe you're going to feel bad for 3 days and you're going to be in bed and you're not going to want to do anything. You're not going to want to get up. You're not going to want to eat, whatever it is. But then there's going to be that one really good day. You feel well enough to go take a walk, get some fresh air, and maybe that's the only thing you do that day, but at least it's something. So just remember to take care of your health, your physical health, your mental health, because at the end of the day, that's all you have. So please remember to be kind to everybody, because you never know what somebody is going through. watching.